Oh my God. Oh my God.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I'm officially back. I know it's been a few days or a week or so since I did a video. Had some issues with the family member, you know, being down on their luck, so I went to help out just like, you know, the backbone of the family should. So I'm back now with the video, and we're going to start out talking about Lizzo. Now, if you guys don't know, Lizzo went to the Lakers game the other night, and we found out the reason why she was there is because she was supporting Karl Anthony Towns, who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You spent some time in Minnesota. Who are you cheering for tonight in this basketball game?
Let me tell you something. Both teams are great. I'm personally cheering for number 32.
Karl Anthony Towns?
Mm-hmm.
That's your guy?
That's my baby.
Okay. You know him?
Nope.
Now, I don't know with you coming to the game in that type of attire, Lizzo, is the way to grab Karl Anthony Towns' attention. I just think that you should know better than to come out there in a place that has a lot of kids and a lot of families dressed like that. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are trying to make the argument that people are upset with Lizzo because she's a heavier woman and she's doing this, and that people will not have an issue with a skinny woman doing the same thing. And in my opinion, I can only speak for myself. I would have that same standard for a skinny woman as well. There's a time and a place for everything. Listen, to me, Lizzo seems like this type of woman that's trying to jump in front of the, oh, she's fat train, you know, trying to make jokes about herself so that she can be able to withstand the criticism or any negative attention that comes her way when it comes to her weight. Let's take a look at Lizzo actually twerking in the middle of the Lakers game, and just look at how she's just outright just performing like she has no care in the world and it's all good. And then I'll be back to talk about this some more. Alright, so after the backlash and criticism, Lizzo decides to respond, and this is what she had to say. I'm just going to play a short snippet of it.
The things that I choose to do as a grown-ass can inspire you to do the same. You don't have to be like me. You need to be like you. And never, ever let somebody stop you or shame you from being yourself. Like, this is who I've always been. Now everyone's looking at it. And your criticism can just remain your criticism. Your criticism has no effect on me. Negative criticism has no stake in my life, no control over my life, over my emotions. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm surrounded by love. And I just want to spread that love and also spread these cheeks. And you know, if you really, really don't like my ass, you can kiss it. Because kissing it makes it go away, I promise.
A few minutes later.
I'm not going to make it. I think about those times now and I'm like, God is so real, y'all. And life can get so much better.
All right, so we heard what Lizzo had to say, and in my opinion, this reeks of immaturity. And I believe that she felt the backlash. That's why she started crying in the video, trying to blame it on the fact that those were happy tears. I really feel that the backlash and the criticism got to Lizzo. And at the end of the day, when she woke up the next morning, she knew that she was wrong for pulling, you know, that irresponsible act by showing up to a game dressed like that. Now, what's crazy about this situation is that you have people out there saying that if Beyonce had did this same thing, that no one would have anything to say. And let me say this, if you were brought up in a home, a good home that really taught you morals and values, you don't care if it's Beyonce or Lizzo, you're gonna call this out. And you understand that this is inappropriate, no matter who it is that's wearing this type of attire to an LA Lakers game. It's unacceptable. And the most saddest thing about this situation is that Lizzo feels that she has to use her weight, her size, and make fun of herself in order to keep her name in lights. That's the most saddest thing about this whole situation, in my opinion. So I hope that Lizzo learns from this and she never does it again. And if I was the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, I would definitely suspend Lizzo from coming to all Lakers games for the rest of the season. But anyway, guys, I'm done with this Lizzo topic. Let's transition to the next story in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Alright, so guys, Beyonce Knowles' dad is talking again. Matthew Knowles is definitely shedding some light on some things that happened when Destiny's Child was out back in the days when they first came out and things of that nature. And he's talking about things that I never heard of before. Now, if you guys have heard of this actual situation that I'm about to talk to you all about, that's fine. I have several cookies for you all. You don't have to drop down in the comments to tell me that this story is old. Quite frankly, I'm getting tired of hearing that, because if I don't know the story, I'm pretty sure that there's other people out there that could run into this video that has never heard about this anyway. So with that said, I'm moving forward. Now, Matthew started to talk about the situation that transpired between Jagged Edge and Destiny's Child. And Beyonce and Kelly reportedly called him and said that they were uncomfortable being on the same bus, on the same tour with Jagged Edge. All right, so here's the clip of Matthew Knowles talking about the situation that went down, and then I'll be back to talk about this situation some more.
But they reported to me.
Gotcha. Okay, so after a lot of the switch-ups in the group, Latavia and LaToya were in the group with Beyonce and Kelly. And then you talked about in the album, you talked about in the book where they approached you, well, you got a letter that's saying that you will no longer be managing them and they have their own managers.
Correct.
And that kind of created a big problem.
Well, that started really from a poor decision that I made in putting on that tour we just talked about with John B, on putting both Destiny's Child and Jagged Edge on the same tour bus. Now remember, the girls are minors. They're minors. They're 16 years old. The guys are 21, 22 years old. I have a fiduciary duty with minors by the law. There's a certain way I have to manage that. I got a call from Kelly and Beyonce, and I talk about this in the book in detail, saying that they were constantly being harassed by two other members of Jagged Edge. And I couldn't have that. And I literally had to put the guys off the bus in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That began all of this drama. And yes, I got an attorney called me out of the blue to tell me that I would be getting a certified letter. He had just faxed me the letter to tell me that at this point he was now on an interim basis managing Latavia and LaToya, and that they would finally go and search for a final manager. But for now, he was in an intern, the manager. And I told him then, I said, well, sir, how much do you know about this group? He said, very little. I said, well, do you happen to have a CD? He says, by the way, I have a CD. I said, take a look at that photo. I said, Kelly and Beyonce sing about 95% of all the music. The two people you manage sing about 5 to 10% of everything. Are you sure you want to make this decision? Are you sure you want to do this? He said, yes. I said, well, this would never work. You can't have two managers that's not on the same page. How could you even do a tour? How could you make a record? How could you even decide what you're going to wear where you got two people against two people? And I went to the record label, and they supported me wholeheartedly. They finally made the ultimate decision. Beyonce got a black eye for it. She had nothing to do with it. I made the decision along with the record labels.
All right, guys, so you heard what Matthew Knowles had to say in regards to having to remove Jagged Edge from the tour bus down in Louisiana because Jagged Edge wouldn't leave Beyonce or Kelly Rowland alone. He also alluded to the fact that when Latavia and LaToya got cut from Destiny's Child, that it wasn't Beyonce's fault. It was actually a decision that was made by him along with the record label. So all this time, I was of the mindset that Beyonce had something to do with LaToya and Latavia getting cut from the group. But in all actuality, Beyonce did not make that executive decision at the age of 17, according to her father. Now, the one thing that I want to point out before I end this video is that Matthew Knowles went on to say that, you know, Jagged Edge, they were 23 and 24 years old, while Kelly Rowland and Beyonce were 16 and 17. And I want to ask Mr. Matthew Knowles, why didn't he have that same energy, or keep that same energy rather, when it came to Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z and Beyonce met when Beyonce was at the age of 17. I'm just asking a very valid question here. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let this go and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about the situation dealing with Lizzo. Do you think that it was inappropriate for her to show up to a Lakers game with that type of attire? And also let me know what you think about this Destiny Child issue when it came to Matthew Knowles talking about how he had to kick Jagged Edge off the bus because they were harassing Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. Give me your true thoughts and analysis on this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.